I want to take just a minute and show you an example of what you might do to do this individual project. Um, on the syllabus, under the individual project section online, I have several different possible websites where you can get data, and there are tons of others. If you're a sports fan, you can MLB.com or NFL.com or whatever. There's and plus your own work data obviously is a possibility too. But I just wanted to show you kind of the thinking that you might undertake in doing this. So I'm going to click into this one website I think is pretty extensive. It's called State Data. It's State Master. And so this has just tons of data. Some of it's a little dated, but some of it's fairly recent. And it extracts data from a lot of different places. A lot of it's census data. So I'm going to select a category, and I might just kind of browse around or surf a little bit. But let's say that maybe I was interested in education. And so what this gets you, it gets you state data. So I'm going to find out how educated certain states are, or states are. And there are a lot of different ways that's collected. But let's just say that I'm going to get it bachelor's degree or higher by percentage. So I'm going to get that data. And so what that's going to do, it's going to give me, it's going to give it in the order of education. So almost 46% of the population in DC has a bachelor's degree or more. I'm going to want this data because I'm going to copy and paste this actually into Excel. But I'm going to sort that by state. So I'm going to click state and get it in alphabetical order because I'm going to do the same thing for my next variable. And I'm going to select this data. Now, it may have some U.S. territories in there. It may not have these different variables may not all have exactly the same states. So we'll have to do some matching on that. But I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it special. And normally if I paste it as Unicode text, it'll keep things in columns like I need them. Let's see if that works. It did. So I've got things in various columns, and so that let's see. I think I'm just going to insert here to keep track of things. That's going to be education, let's say, and we know what that was. And I don't need the rank there, so I'm going to delete that. So now I've got it by each state in alphabetical order, and I've got the percentage of the population that has a bachelor's degree or higher. So I may go back and I may do some more surfing around. But let's say I'm interested in health and education. And so I would suspect that states that are better educated would have better health indicators. So I might, well, let's see, I don't think I want alligator attacks, but let's do something like, oh, diabetes. So I don't know, let's do just diabetes per 100 adults. So I'm going to get that. And then again, I'm going to get it sorted in by state, and I'll copy that. So this is this is adjusted for population because it is per 100. So I'm going to copy and put that in my spreadsheet. And again, I'm going to paste it in there special and paste it as Unicode text to keep things in the right order. And again, I don't need the rank. I'll delete that. I actually should have put it here, I think. Let's see if I can still do that. Paste special, Unicode text. Yeah. So here I certainly didn't need that. So let me get rid of that. And now I just need to make sure I'm matched. So Iowa, Mississippi. It looks like everything's in pretty good shape. Sometimes you do have U.S. territories in these things, but here on these two variables, they are matched up state by state. And so this is diabetes per 100. So I'll get rid of that. So now I have my two variables. And if my question was, is there a relationship between these two variables, between how educated a state is and the diabetes rate, obviously I could do the statistical tests there. Other things, like with this same website, let's say that I was interested in crime rates. And a crime, maybe I'm interested in homicides. So let's say that I might be interested in homicides, just the total number of victims. So maybe I am interested in whether states with capital punishment whether there's a difference in homicide rates between states with capital punishment and those without capital punishment. So again, I'm going to take those states, I'm going to get them into alphabetical order, and I'm going to copy and paste that into my spreadsheet. And so notice now, and here I'm going to go ahead again and delete that because I don't really need the ranking. Notice that California has a lot of homicides, but they have a huge population. They've got like 35 or 40 million people that live in the state of California versus West Virginia, and I think we have maybe 1.8 million, somewhere around there. So these homicides, it needs to be put on a per capita basis. And so it needs to be adjusted for the population. So let me just, these are the homicides. Let me put, and so what I need to get the population. And I can get that from this same source. So if I go here and under people, I think I can get the population someplace. There it is, population. And so I can get the population by state. Again, I'm going to sort it by state. Notice California is 36. I don't know what year that's from, but it's fairly recent, I guess. Let's see. That's from 2005. But anyway, I'm going to sort. I'm going to click states, get it in alphabetical order, and then I'm going to copy and paste that. I'll copy and paste it in my spreadsheet. Let's see, I want to put it there. And let's make sure that everything matches. See, it doesn't now. Here's where we have some differences. So over here we didn't have DC. Here we do. So I'm going to delete that. Let's see, where else are we? That's American Samoa. It was in that one. We don't want that. Let's see, are we matched up? No, we're still not. There's Guam. So you got to be real careful with this. So, and what else are we missing? Let's see. Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia. So we don't have Florida over here under homicides. They must have not reported. So let's delete Florida over here from our populations. Let's see, now we're looking pretty good, I think. We've got some other problems here. Let's see, there's the U.S. Virgin Islands. Puerto Rico, we didn't have over there. Let's see. Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota. That's the Northern Mariana Islands, so we need to get rid of that one. Okay, and now I think we're in good shape. So here, this is just, let's see, we'll get rid of those two. We don't need them. And here I'm going to label that where I know what it is. And here we would just create we're going to index this, or we're going to create some ratio. So we're just going to say it's going to be OB2 divided by C2. So that's number of homicides per capita, I guess. So it's a tiny number, and we could adjust that. We could multiply that by like 1,000, so it'd be homicides per 1,000 or whatever. But I'm going to get that for each state, so that's our homicides per capita. And then we would go to a website, and here, I don't think it's actually on here, but if we Googled something like states with capital punishment, we would find the states that have capital punishment and the states that don't. And so we could include that in our data set, and then we could do this comparison of those two. So anyway, that's the way that you basically do this project. You just find some data that you think is interesting. And so you'd have about a page or so, sort of an introduction, telling what you're looking at and why you think it's important or interesting. Then you would have, let's say, a page of or two. So you'd have a page or two of introduction. You would have a page or so of your results. And you might include you'd obviously have the statistics, but you might include some tables and graphs and charts, that sort of thing. And then you might have a page or two of discussion, indicating what you found and summarizing it, and then a little bit of discussion about that. And so that would be your individual project.